There are a lot of people who try to campaign for UK HGV drivers' welfare, but hardly anyone has had the success of Gill Kemp, who spearheaded the drive towards enforcing drivers' rights to use a toilet at their delivery points. With that success under her belt, we asked her about another growing area of concern: giving drivers proper, safe and secure parking locations. It turns out she's been on the case since November 2016.
I attended the ministerial round table on roadside facilities, and the chair was the Right Honourable John Hayes MP, who was Minister of State for Transport. There were about 35 people around, and I was meant to lead on 2 agenda items, and I really had to shout out to make my voice heard, because there were some very forceful people there, shall we say, which made it a bit difficult. But I wanted to put forward the fact that drivers are not asking for fantastic standards. They're not asking for gold taps or anything, but they want decent facilities. I played the minimum standards that I'd produced for toilet section, because that's something obviously I know a bit about. And he said it was, that is the minimum. He thought it was fine. There was no problem at all. So that was. I thought, oh, very good, very good.
Then in December 2016,
we actually got feedback from John Hayes, and there was talk about the joining up between national and local planning frameworks, minimum standards at lorry parking facilities, taking on board what I'd said, payment systems for facilities, enforcement against lorries stopping in the wrong place once facilities are properly available. And then they were saying a national survey of lorry parking is going ahead, the aim of which is to add to current evidence about what should be done where. Now this is December 2016, that's over a year ago. And then we come to February 2018, and then in the newsletter this month I wrote about a parliamentary debate that took place on the 30th of January 2018, and it just made me see red, to be honest. I just feel so frustrated, because here we are a year later still getting chat about the same things. And Jesse Norman has now replaced John Hayes, and he did mention, in all fairness, Mr. Norman mentioned the importance of driver welfare and is pleased that the HSE, now state toilets, must be made available, etc., etc. But he ended his piece by saying that the government are considering the issue of lorry parking with the importance it deserves. Well, if it's that jolly well important, why hasn't something been done? I was talking to a driver who'd been driving for round about sort of 30-odd years, and it's been going on all that time. What is it? What is wrong? Why can't people get these organisations, these agencies, who say they work on behalf of lorry drivers and the employers, why on earth can't they get together and thrash it out and actually get action? I do not know. It is so frustrating, and I'm just one little voice who's nothing to do with the industry at all, trying to make the voice of the drivers heard, because I thought at one time, why don't they have their own union? But it isn't easy for them, because they're dotted around all over the place. Obviously, they're mobile, and getting them together in one spot isn't exactly easy. So they've got to have some form of organisation, or a person or people that they can talk to and get their message across. And hopefully, as far as the toilet situation has gone on, I've been able to help in that sphere, and I'm trying now to sort of venture into other areas, like, as you say, the lorry parking area and the welfare facilities. But it ain't easy. It certainly isn't easy. And what gets me is everybody agrees with what's being said. Everybody agrees that the drivers should have these welfare facilities, but nothing happens. I cannot believe it. So I don't know, it's just going on and on and on, and the same surveys are being knocked out. And I think, in my view, and it is purely my view, that these surveys are just a way of sort of, oh, well, we're doing this survey, the actual topic can wait a bit, as it were.
So, I mean, the thing that comes across from that, Jill, is that it seems really as if all the government bodies and the government people are effectively saying, oh, let's have a survey, let's look at this, and that's really just a way of putting things off.
Well, that's the way I see it. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I could probably have them down my throat or something, but the fact that nothing is happening, the drivers are being put in a very difficult situation. Their health is at risk, and I thought, taking on board the health issue, they would jump and think, my goodness me, something will happen. But it hasn't. And that's what surprises me. They don't care. They don't care about the welfare of the people who deliver our goods and on whom we rely. And that seems really, really bad in the 21st century.